everybody, welcome in. We are back with the Death School solo run in Wizard101. We are starting episode 2 of the epic journey. I figured out that the boss at the end of Cyclops Lane is a bit too tough for right now. I'm also got a sub-challenge going on to see how far I can get before my first combat death takes place, and I feel like if I go to fight him now, I'm gonna lose it. So it's alright, so we are actually gonna move on to one of the other zones. We're gonna go to Firecat Alley first.
This was orchestrated by the former Death Professor? I thought he was dead. Well, all the other dead are back, so yeah, that makes sense. The whole city's a mess. The guard is completely overwhelmed. I hate to ask, but could you see if Private Quinn on Firecat Alley needs help?
Alright, while we're getting going here, I'm gonna...
Triton Avenue.
I'm not gonna do that yet.
But none of them have come out.
Well, I guess I have to take it anyway. I can't decline.
Try to find them. Good luck, and above all, be careful.
Oh jeez, come on. There we go. Yeah, we're gonna ignore Triton Avenue. I'm gonna honor Holy's request and do Triton Avenue last. I told him I need to level up some more, so... Oh my god, what the heck? Yeah, I may have to invoke the treasure card clause on the boss for Cyclops Lane just to be able to beat him. I may have to give myself a little bit more power. Obviously not an excessive amount, but... What the heck? Well, I'll just keep going. I'll hit the door. Hey, Holy, what's happening, my dude? Alright, well, here we are. We are in Firecat Alley now.
Halt. Oh, you're that Unicorn Way hero wizard, aren't you? What? Sergeant Muldoon sent you? Woo!
Hey, let's talk to this guy. Figure out what he needs.
This street is ablaze, wizard, and not in the way it's always ablaze. It's been completely consumed by anger and hostility and violence.
Okay.
The fire elves have gone insane. A gaggle of them even broke down the gate to the dark cave. Now the undead have spilled out into the street. I can't hold all these roving mobs of mayhem at bay alone. Please, wizard, can you drive the haunted minions back?
Alright, quest helper's drunk. Hold on. Alright, let's turn it off for a second, turn it back on. No, that did not reorient it. Hello? We'll roll with it. Maybe the dark side is a path that's considered to be unnatural. That's funny, Holy. Alright, the journey begins. Let's just say the journey continues. I have healed. I am healing. To beat up haunted minions. And I don't know if you noticed, Holy, but I got my Santa hat on. Just put the little pom-pom down over my head. I decided to start wearing it because it's in the spirit of Halloween season. Why not? Fair enough. Yeah, we're close enough. Got my little pom-pom right there. It's hanging down on my forehead. So next was the 101 challenge. Can you beat it without using sidewalks? So basically, be running in the street all the time. Interesting.
We'll keep to this corner of the street, but we're not going back in the dark cave. It's spooky in there.
The undead have promised not to venture any farther? It's not
that is
ideal,
interesting,
but after
Holy.
everything else that's happened here, I call that a win. It all started when the Fire Elves were rehearsing the song Recollection from Fire Cats, the musical. Everything was going fine, pitchy soprano solo aside, when one of the Fire Elves suddenly shot a tiny arrow at me. Then another elf joined in, then another. The animosity spread like wildfire. Now even the lawn decorations have risen up and gone all stabby. A wizard named Lizzo Firespitter was coaching the elves on singing before the trouble started. I saw them attack her. I wanted to help, but I simply had to secure this position. Now I'm the only thing standing between all this chaos and Old Town. Please, will you check on Lizzo?
Let me actually try, let me see if closing and reopening the game solves the quest helper issue. I'm gonna do that briefly once I get near this girl. Yeah, like, go back to the main menu and come back in. Let's see if that helps. So, brief interruption here, folks. Entering character selection. Yes, I've got a colorful array of wizards in the lobby. Alright, back in we go. There we go, that fixed it. Cool.
This is no place for a newbie like you. Way!
You're the kid who cleaned up Unicorn Way?
Unicorn Way, aren't you? Well, I'm glad you're here now. Some fire elves attacked me and stole my spell book. The truth hurts, but I'm literally powerless without it. Could you get my spell book back? You will? Thanks. Just try to be gentle, okay? The fire elves aren't evil. Someone, something, has corrupted them.
But yeah, that could be an interesting one, Holy. To see... I mean, I'm sure it is. It's just like you can't use the sidewalks to avoid trouble. You're gonna be doing a lot more combat in that respect. Yeah, so I did the math this morning, Holy, so even with the current spell that I have, at 180 damage, or 160 damage, because you can't power up item cards from your amulets, rings, robes, boots, and all that. Because you can't power up item cards, even with a tough treasure card for plus 75 damage, blade, trap, and Jasmine's damage, I don't think it's enough to knock out Achilles in one hit. And that's gonna be the goal, to knock out Achilles in one shot. It's gonna be required. Otherwise, I'm gonna die. So I did make an effort to try and solve the issue before having to go elsewhere for more XP. Just so you know. I'm gonna be doing a lot of math as we go about. And honestly, what school would I even be for that challenge, now that I think about it? For a no sidewalks challenge? That would be interesting to think about. What would I be? Hey!
Burnt out ends of smoky days! The stale cold smell of morning! File for fiddle!
My spell book! Thank you! You really are as talented as they say. However, we're gonna need more than talent to help the fire elves. I have no idea what's causing my little friends to go cuckoo bananas like this, or how to help them. But I might know of someone who does. There's a rumor of a witch who was fired from Ravenwood that lives in hiding here on Firecat Alley. They say she turned a kid into a humongo frog.
Really?
I think we can convince her to use her advanced magical prowess to help the fire elves. I might be too optimistic, but that's the human in me. The wizard in me is worried she's the one who caused all this. Either way, we need to find her. Perhaps one of the other denizens knows how. I saw recall Shella's Gruffheart cowering in a corner at the top of the hill instead of helping me while I was running for my life earlier. Oh well, go ask Shellis if he knows where the witch lives.
Witch hunt. This literally witch hunt. Ha! Pun intended.
Leave me alone! Oh, you're a wizard. Wait, you're not two fire elves in a wizard costume, are you? Oh, you promise? Because I know ice magic. Okay, I believe you. Which is good, because I don't know a lick of ice magic. So, are you here to save me, magical child? Not quite. Fair enough.
Lol.
What do you want then? Do I know where the old witch is? I'm not sure. What I am sure of is that the bedeviled fire elves stole my strongbox. My entire month's earnings are in that box, wizard. You get my strongbox back. Wink, wink. And maybe I'll remember the answer to your question.
Shellis, buddy. Getting yourself into trouble, aren't you? I'll go for it. Let's see if I can do it with just the blade. With my powered up ghoul. From the amulet. Just enough. Nice. Cool. Good to know. Yeah, I think I'll make my deck a little bit smaller just so that I can guarantee that I'll get it when I draw it. Or that I'll get it in my starting hand. He's got an ice shield, but I cast death magic, so that's not gonna protect you, buddy. Yeah. Nice. And the fixed amount of damage actually lets me do math. Or lets me learn.
As he loves to tell. Fire for fiddle, the fiend of the fell. Fire for fiddle, fire for fiddle.
These little dorks. They used to look different in the before Wizard101 did the graphics update, but I don't really like how they look now.
My strongbox! Thank you. Now about your question. I can't say for certain she's a witch, but there's a peculiar hermit who lives down the way. She keeps her windows drawn, and there's often strange smoke billowing from her chimney. That's the best I can give you. Hope it helps.
Hey. Hopefully you guys are doing good out there.
How dare you interrupt an old woman from her stories? Did Ambrose send you to banish me? Well, I'm not going without a fight. What's that? Corrupted fire elves? Murderous magma men? The undead have spilled from Dark Cave? They need the witch's help? First off, I'm 100% not that witch. Or any witch, for that matter. I'm an alchemist. Secondly, this sounds like a city guard job. The guard is pinned down. Ugh, typical. All right then, I'll help. But I need to know exactly what we're dealing with here. Take this special vial and collect a sample of magma from those magma men you mentioned for me to analyze. We'll go from there.
Evil snowmen that look like magma. Same three-skinned. Yeah, I'm taking notes. You know, maybe off-stream I'll just start taking notes on, like, the death drain spells because they have a fixed amount of damage. Just so I can know, like, how much damage would they deal with a certain amount of prep. That'd actually not be a bad idea. It could help me plan better for future runs. Or for future combat instances in the run. Could be useful. It certainly can't hurt. Man, I could keep like a tally or a spreadsheet of that very thing. Alright, that's our second Magma Man taken care of. Of course, I get an evil snowman treasure card from a Magma Man. That totally makes sense.
Oh, that was quick. Phew! You smell like sulfur. Now, hand
mean,
me the
it's
magma,
magma.
and I'll
What
run
do
a
you
quick
mean?
analysis on it. And done. Ah, looks like the root cause was a banshee's whale curse. Oh, and I recognize
Yay.
these melodic signatures. Bastilla Gravewind.
Okay.
Bastilla was the prima donna of the Fire Globe Theatre decades ago. She had a bitter relationship with the Fire Elves, especially fellow actors. During a performance of magic fire music, her elf co-star accidentally summoned actual fire magic, and that
Oh, no.
was the end of poor Bastilla.
Oh no.
I'd heard that she had a thriving underworld theater career, but apparently she's decided to return with a vengeance. A banshee's whale curse works like an auditory virus. Rehearsals for that
Ooh.
dreadful musical served as the perfect way to infect the masses. Thankfully, this particular whale seems to have no effect on humans. But we need to help the fire elves before their little brains melt. To reverse the curse, I'll need a Herkimer stone to record Bastilla's voice onto. Get one from the rotting fodder in Dark Cave.
Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and actually mark that house so we can get back here faster. Alright, cool. Onward! Oh. Yeah, let the quest finder spin a little bit. Sometimes it spins right after you enter or leave certain locations. Oh, and he's got another quest for us. Let's just pick it up.
Could I beg your help again, Wizard? After I went home to hide the strongbox you rescued, my house was looted. Not once, not twice, but thrice! As a relic stealer, I had set out several rare and immensely valuable items I'd hoped to sell to the crowds coming in for the fire festival. Just when I thought I was safe inside my home, haunted minions broke it. Mercifully, they were distracted by the shininess of the Emberstone ring. I hope it's not crude to say, but that ring was supposed to pay my mortgage. Please, Wizard, get the Emberstone ring back for me.
Sure, I got your back, Shellis. I'll go get it for you. And we're gonna be on our way to that area anyway, so let's just go ahead and knock it out. And then when we're on our way back, or whenever we get here, we can just give it to the guy and get more XP. Maybe get to level 10. And be able to wear some new equipment. Yeah. Alright, cool. Easy peasy. It'll get interesting later, guys, trust me, when we start getting into worlds 2, 3, 4, 5 and up. The battles are gonna look particularly interesting at that point. Alright. You know, actually, because we're right here, I could just run back and talk to him. Yeah, we're literally just right up the way from him. I'm gonna do that. And then he'll I think he gives me something else, too. Violence may drop today, and I said the past 2 days, but I'm coming now. Hey, Grimace, how you doing? Hopefully I can help you feel better.
You got the Ember
I'm not gonna say
Stone
anything
back.
out of respect for you.
Really saved my bacon, my new friend. Any chance you'd be willing to do a lowly merchant another favor?
Maybe.
As I was repairing the door, those insufferable haunted minions broke down. A clatter of skeletal warriors forced their way inside my house. I chased them out, but only after one of the bony bandits swiped an ancient Mushuian sword from my collection, called the Spirit of Mukugawa. When a sword has a name, you know it's valuable. Please, wizard, will you recover the Spirit of Mukugawa from the skeletal warriors?
Sure, I can do that. Where are they even? Oh, they're up the street more. Nice hat. Hey, Gath! I know, right? I've got my Santa hat on my head. Figured it was fitting given the season. It's getting close enough to Christmas, I figure I may as well start wearing it when I'm streaming. Hopefully you're doing well. Yes, boneheads. Literally boneheads, Crevice, I agree. They are boneheads. Yeah, Gath, this is my Wizard101 solo death run. I'm going through the entire game by myself. Or as much as I can before I throw in the towel. But that's not going to be for a while. We got plenty more to adventure to explore. As a skeleton main, that's offensive! Holy. You're funny, man.
The spirit of Mukogawa is no display piece. It was forged for combat.
What just
Take
happened?
it. Just please
What?
don't let that fleshy fool squander its destiny.
I don't know what I just did, but I must have misclicked my mark and go back to the witch house. Oops. It actually brought us closer to Chalice anyway, so that's fine.
The
Happy
Spirit
accident.
of Mukugawa! Thank you, wizard. Oh, there's a huge gouge in the blade. I'll be lucky to get 100 gold pieces for this now. Oh well, something's better than nothing, I suppose. Now, the relic I want back the most is worth 1,000 Spirit of Mukugawas.
Yeah, what's
Just
that?
as I put the final
Ooh.
nail into my repaired front door, the most disgusting creature I've ever seen came crashing in through a window. Then I realized I recognized the horrid monster. Rather, I recognized who he used to be. The spiral-renowned thief, James Annalita. James paid for his life of crime with a sentence of death, only to continue his thieving ways in
His
the
house was
underworld
ransacked.
under the moniker
Yeah.
Wormguts. But Wormguts has returned to the land of the living, and he came for the relic that cost him his life, the Sleeper's timepiece. I chased him to a tower down the way, but I was no match for Wormguts and his undead minions. Could you retrieve the Sleeper's timepiece?
Ooh, Malorn!
Your training has paid off. I could teach you a new spell now. Come see me when you're ready.
Hey!
We've made an upgrade to your spellbook, Wizard.
Thank you.
You can now sort your treasure cards by school.
Well, I'm gonna go back to the commons and go get a new spell. I think, no, if I'm remembering correctly, I get the Banshee spell, which is rank 3. The rank 3 death spell. I might be wrong, So I'm gonna check. I don't exactly know the order for all the death spells because I've never played the death school, so I don't really know. It is. This might actually be enough power to knock out Achilles in one shot if I use a tough treasure card. Actually, I'm gonna try and do the math. I have access to a Wizard101 damage calculator. Someone put one together. I bookmarked it somewhere. Or at least I thought I did. Hello? Wizard101 damage calculator. I guess I don't. Well, I'm gonna find it again, because I know what it is. I'm actually gonna see if I could pull it off. There we go. There it is. Yeah, pardon me a moment, guys. I'm gonna do some math. Pardon me if I accidentally miss anyone in chat. I don't mean to. I'm just gonna see if I have enough damage. Okay. I gotta pull it out slightly to be able to read it. There we go. Alright, school boost. I'm gonna be looking into my character stats. Alright, so I've got a 21% boost from Princess Jasmine. The card damage, what's the minimum for Banshee? 245, that's what I'm gonna do the math on. Alright, so 245. I don't have auras. That's not for a really long time, like World 6. If I have a 35 blade. Well, actually, I need to add 75 to that number, because I have